Previously on Metal Robot Reviews. Relax and enjoy their... Hey man, well now you have to review an album that you will despise. I own you, kid. Glad that this entire review had no interruptions whatsoever.
All highways across Kentucky dead stop. Buildings and homes on fire. Full-scale rioting and looting in progress. A series of strong earthquakes has shaken across our nation earlier today.
How's it going, man? Wait, what the fuck?
You've seen them, haven't you?
Wait, seen what?
The visions. They're here. We're all doomed.
Okay, you need to back up, okay? Calm down. Your breath smells worse than me if I don't shower for 5 days.
What's a shower?
Not the point. Look, why are you in my house?
I need a place to hide. They know what I did.
Well, okay, well what did you do? Wait, did you kill your son?
No, man. I'm 40 and I don't even know the touch of a woman.
Probably because you don't even know what a shower is.
Seriously, what's a shower?
Oh dear God. Okay, look, what did you do?
I found this secret. The secret of an evil that will soon take over all the world. You know the legend better than anybody else. You know this.
What's the legend? Because I have no idea what you're talking about.
The legend, he was a guy. He was loved by everybody else. But then, soon people saw him for what he truly was. What he did. And now, he's trying to take the power back. Soon he will come. Just look at this.
This is just a bunch of numbers, dude.
Now.
But
No.
still a bunch of numbers.
Now.
Oh my God. This new Periphery album? Yes! Alright, you know what? You get the hell out of my house. I'm gonna listen to this shit now.
We're all doomed, bro!
Welcome to the Metal Robot Reviews channel. I'm your host, Tom McKay. Guys, remember the Juggernaut?
The Juggernaut!
Oh God, no, not that shit. No. I'm talking about Periphery's Juggernaut double album that came out early last year. Oh, sweet mercy, was that album just all around spectacular? A double album that, as a whole, clocked in at about an hour and 17 minutes. I timed it just to be safe. This album was a strong album that had every second of enjoyment from the second you press play on Alpha and then listen to the haunting wind chimes at the end of Omega. This entire experience was for sure an amazing listen that took the band a fucking millennium to complete. Oh yeah, you bet your ass that these guys took their time with this monstrous beast of an album. Allegedly, this album's been in production since Icarius and Periphery 2. No, but the idea for the entire concept of Juggernaut was in Misha's head for several years before that.
I want you to take a AAA battery, shove it up, that shit feels good, and I can have another drink.
So, guaranteed, these guys must have been exhausted after they finished working on the album. That's a lot to work with. Which makes me absolutely shit my pants, terrified for this follow-up. Let me level with you guys for a second. Those two albums came out in January of 2015. After that, these guys got right to touring. Then it was announced only 1 year after the release of Juggernaut, plus a month, that these guys would start tracking this new full LP. Fucking what? You're telling me that a year later, you've already got an entire album in production and it's to be released in the summer of 2016? Uh-oh. So maybe I'm just a bit paranoid, but people can't deny that these concerns are very valid. Especially with a prog metal album. Everything has to be perfect. Any progressive rock or metal band will tell you that you need to take your time with albums, as rushing it pun intended, is where problems can happen. My biggest concern right now is how I was given this album. I really wish that I got this album from the comment section below with you guys suggesting albums. Which, by the way, you guys should totally do for the next episode. I was given this album from a hobo that broke into my home last night. He cornered me in the kitchen this morning, and he just told me to play the album, start listening to it, I guess. But he sounded terrified when he did. So let's get started, shall we? This is Periphery's Periphery 3 Select Difficulty. They like their name, guys. Get used to it. Off to an aggressive start already. I think Matt Halpern wants to just simply kill his snare drum here because he's hitting that shit more than Chris Brown hit Rihanna. Oh, fuck off. I, honest to God, cannot figure out why you guys are still harping on that. That was years ago. By now, every single person on the internet has made a joke about it, okay? So, chill. God, I don't know why I have so many Rihanna fans on my video. Jesus Christ. Anyways, and then the song actually starts, and it's actually not bad. It certainly has improved over time from when it was released back then as a single and then to its release on the album. Yeah, back then, a lyric like, "I'm feeling the slap of 1,000 shit brains," it's funny, but how am I supposed to take that shit seriously? Oh well, either way, I was wrong in my assumptions early on, because this track is an outstanding opener. Spencer's vocals are quick and precise, and he's howling into this microphone like he's about to burst a vein. Mark Holcomb, Jake Bowen, and Misha Mansour really lay waste to the track with their insanely quick polyrhythmic guitar riffs. They're well executed, and it's very clear that Spencer is trying to keep up with it. The thing I love about Gent is how in sync every band member is, and this track is a great example of that. But then Spencer tries his best Dr. Nefarious impression closer to the end. No comment, just really amusing. I mean, guys, can you imagine a world run by Spencer Sotelo? Bow to me, my slaves! For fuck's sake, why do people keep comparing me to Katy Perry? It makes zero sense! Gah! Motormouth continues from where The Price is Wrong left off with the volume at 11. The tempo has slowed down a bit, but I'm still hooked to this album. And plus, these guys do something that the metal genre has never done before. They chant the song title! Okay, maybe not that one, but you get the point, right? Totally never been done before. Not even once. Joking aside, this track's good too. Adam's bass line is thick and backs the guitars really well. Misha's little touches to the background with his lead work really help the song's atmosphere feel dark and sinister.
Oh shit, is that a build? Is that a moment of suspense and quickly rising tension and expectance of things to come?
Seriously guys, check out this video. Seriously, if you're a pure Furry fan like me, you'll laugh your fucking ass off. One thing the song does good is keep the song as complex as possible. Matt's drumming is chaotic at parts, but he knows when he needs to quit showing off to lay down his basic yet effective metal beat. The guitars are progressive as fuck in quite a few places, as Spencer's singing. It's aight. I mean, it's okay, not gonna lie, his melody is actually pretty good when he actually gets around to it, but he's trying way too hard for those low growls sometimes. I mean, he is capable of reaching those low growls, guys, don't get me wrong. I mean, hell, he did it in the Omega album altogether. And he does it in Flatline too. I've seen him do it in Flatline as well with no problem. But here it's a little more forced. I don't know. It doesn't seem right. That's all I gotta say. Let's move on. Voice. Why does it... Anyways, this song was one of the songs to really hype people up for this album. If The Price Is Wrong and Flatline didn't get you hyped for the album, the fucking insanely awesome music video sure as shit did. But we're not talking about the escape of the ninja toilet rolls. We're here to talk about the theme song to said toilet rolls. The song starts off with a violin that feels like it should be something coming out of Scream, and is followed by a riff that sort of mimics said violin. The 7-minute song really stands out for the pretty good melodies given off by Spencer. They're melodic and calm, and in other places, it's intense. Misha's tremolo during the chorus really adds to the rhythm section's work along with the vocals. I feel like he's making the song feel more epic. Oh, before we move on, you wanna know what grinds my gears? When songs are long to add runtime. And Marigold is a perfect example of that. Now keep in mind, I don't hate the song. I love it. This is one of the better tracks so far of the 3 tracks that we've played so far. But around the 5-minute mark, the song sounds like it finishes, but the synth forgot to stop for 2 whole fucking minutes. Now look guys, if you enjoyed this 2-minute synth ending, perfectly fine. I can't knock you for that. I can't even knock the band for putting it in. If they wanted to put it in if they didn't like it, so that's clearly what they want. But for me, this is 1,000 Suns levels of wasting time. Honestly, guys, you could have made the ending a little more... have more to it than to represent Squirrel's backyard. I don't know, maybe that's just me. Let's move on to the next track, shall we?
Wake up as I stumble into a blinding light.
Okay, we just went from intense mosh music to happy, cheery, hippie music. What the fuck? Yeah, this one's a bit odd, but that's kind of why I like it. The song really progresses through well, as good as it can for something that sounds peppier than that one girl in your high school who was overly positive about everything. Can I just say that you're not as ugly as you were yesterday, Becky? Oh my god. Can you believe that these brownies are so delicious? Go ahead, try it. You'll like it. OMG. This jetpack, it was... yes. I have a lip because I can. Another thing that this song does well is creating instrumental filler that doesn't feel like filler. I don't think it can classify as filler, it's just enjoyable. But Spencer... I really don't want to know who or what is beating you like a drum, dude. That's not information that I want to know. But if it's Matt, then this story just got a whole lot more interesting. But seriously, Spencer's vocals are soaring throughout. This song is a lot more melodic than the previous, and Spencer doesn't scream often on this track. When he does, it's a bit more pushed to the back. A little different. Alright. Nothing else to say here. That's pretty much it.
Beauty is part of visual and fantasy.
Not really a lot to say here about this track. It's a good track, but there's not much in the way of extra content to talk about that you probably haven't heard already earlier in this review. But fuck it, the gent riff that you hear at the beginning is the same for most of the song. Yeah, they don't change it for a lot of the parts, but it does actually have kind of a bit of swagger to it, you know what I'm saying? Let's move on to the next track, shall we? again, another solid track. Matt's destroying his bass drums with the insane double kick that he's doing here in the intro. Spencer's screaming is intense in places, and it really adds to the chaotic guitars and bass. That doesn't mean it's perfect, though. Remember how earlier I mentioned that Spencer was trying way too hard for those low growls? Yeah, he's trying even harder here.
You're calling for the stage to take your breath away.
Yes, Spencer, I love what you're doing there, but now you're stopping to spit into the microphone, and that's just unsanitary. Can you please stop spitting into that microphone, please? We do need to use it later on for other things, and we don't want people to get your spit on them. Thanks, man, but in all seriousness, you're seriously spitting on the microphone. Dude, you're spitting into the microphone. I just feel it. By listening to this shit. Seriously, man, stop.
But to answer the big question, but does it, gent? Yes. Yes, it does. Okay, now let's move on to the next track. Wait, that's the track? Oh boy. Okay, so if you guys didn't know, I already did a review of this song in my singles review. It was the second one that I talked about with my editor. In case you haven't seen it yet, I'll just, put the video right here for you guys to enjoy. Just click that link and you'll go straight to the video. Make sure that you pause the video, though, before we move on. Yeah, so that way you'll be, caught up. Okay, we good? Okay. Yeah, my opinion of the song hasn't really changed. The song is still a great song, and it has great melody. Intense screams and complex riffs and beats. I will say that the rapping, while I did make a joke about it in the review, I've grown a little more tolerable of it as the album is coated with Spencer's rapping in some places. But Spencer, you fucked up, buddy.
Damn it, Spencer. I told you not to spit on the mic. Now look what you've done. God damn. Now we have to replace that shit because it's all fucked up now. For fuck's sake.
Okay, why am I hearing this shit? Okay, this is way too familiar. It does not, I know for a fact it's not actually part of this album. Why am I hearing these voices and why does it sound familiar? And not in a good way. It's driving me insane. You know what? Ignoring that completely. Let's just continue the review. Absalom is probably one of my favorite tracks on the album so far. Its soaring melodies mixed with some really great guitar work and controlled yet complex drum arrangements. The song starts off with a rhythmic bass line that gets the song going before the clean guitars set the tone of the song. Then the story guitar kicks in and it adds to the bass line being given here. That's right, people. For once, the guitarist has to copy the bass player. Adam, you just made one of these three men your bitch. Bravo! Congrats, man! But seriously, I cannot stress enough how much Spencer shines in front of everybody on this track. He rarely, if at all, screams on this track, but he makes up for it with intense raspy vocals and soaring melodies coated throughout. The drums are doing a great job of keeping the rhythm going, and Misha is absolutely shredding in the guitar solos. But also, this 7-minute track has only 5 minutes of an actual song again. But thankfully, the last 2 minutes are actually spent with non-filler violin work. Yeah, I was pretty shocked about that. While listening to that ending, I noticed that a familiarity to another prog metal album that came out 10 years before. That was called Legend of the Bone Carver. The violin just gracefully plays the song out as the giant drums are played as the song continues. I really like it. It's a good way to close the song. You know what? Let's move on to the next track, shall we? Oh shit! Sorry guys, I actually completely forgot that the song actually existed. Yeah, to be quite honest, this song is the least effective work on the album. I don't know, every time I listen to it, I immediately forgot I was listening to music for a second. I mean, I do have notes, thankfully, but only because I actually took notes while I was listening to the entire album as a whole. So I hope you don't mind, but for the review of this song, I'm just going to read off of my notes, so I hope you don't kill me, okay? Intro feels like I just entered the Twilight Zone for some reason. Periphery meets Bob Marley. Thanks to Spencer, we now have to add every poppy boy band to that mix. Spencer gasping, ah! Sounds just fucking stupid. Please never do that again, but the chorus is much better here, but still feels like something played on the pop station. Matt's drums are more controlled here. And finally, bass line keeps the song going closer to the end before the final chorus. That's pretty much it. Let's continue on. And this song has already sucked me in with its complex intro. I'm seriously enjoying the deep and cutthroat approaches to the intro. The bass line is thick and sluggish, which is a good thing. The drums are a little more basic here, but still insanely executed. And the vocals are more than usual. Yeah, Spencer does impress with his usual trademark howls. He adds the epicness with his clean singing as well. But then he does this. Fuck it, you win. Yeah, Spencer did list one of his vocal inspirations being Mike Patton of Faith No More, and it clearly shows here. Oddly enough though, this is one of the only places I've heard him use this style. I don't know, maybe he did use it in some of the earlier stuff of Periphery, but this is the first time I'm hearing this shit. Interestingly different, but I'm not gone just yet. Okay, what the fuck is this shit? Why am I hearing, why does it sound like... No. No, that's... Why am I hearing the voice of a dead emoji? This is really weird.
Pray for your sins. Pray for your sins.
You know what? Let's continue to the next track, please. Let's just get this over with, please. I want to get out of here. I want to get this over with, please. Guys, I'm gonna be really quick with this because I'm really freaked out by these auditory hallucinations and I want to try and figure it out as soon as possible. So I'm just gonna get this out of the way by saying this is the best closing track I've heard, period. No joke, guys. Vengeance Falls had Wake, The End Is Nigh. Seal the Deal had The Lowest Crossroad. City of Evil had MIA. And Discreet Enemy had... They all just got their asses destroyed by Lone. I am not kidding. This is the best closing track that I have heard in the longest time. That's how good it is. It's the best of them all. This track knows how to progress forward without being too abrasive or too intense too early on. It knows that it has to crescendo its way to the top, and when it comes closer to the end, it knows to decrescendo to feel the weight of its existence and leave its mark on the album. While some fans might complain because of the lack of "but does it gent? But does it fucking gent?" that this song has. But that doesn't fucking matter at the sheer weight and impact that this has as a whole. It overpowers it altogether. This song is the most melodious on this album, actually. Spencer doesn't even scream at all on this thing, but he doesn't have to. You know, he knows that his soaring melodies are the thing that the song really needs to send chills down the listener's spines and finish an album that, surprisingly, was a gorgeous listen. And so the album has come to a close. Despite my concerns, no matter how valid they were, this album was just amazing to listen to. And I mean that as well. While I wasn't exactly expecting a train wreck to happen, I was expecting this album to be a little more meh. But in spite of my obviously valid concerns, no, this album was still something that I sure as fuck enjoyed from the second I hit play on The Price is Wrong to the fadeaway of the violins and pianos in Loon. My only complaints would be that the extra 2 minutes added to certain songs, like Marigold, were mostly just fleshed out filler. Something to add to the album's runtime. This album clocked in at about an hour there so far, and at least 4 of those minutes were spent listening to random song endings. While I'm more forgiving for the medieval fantasy violin work in Absalom, I don't know what I'm supposed to make of the 2-minute synth assault that was at the end of Marigold. But overall, this is an album that people need to listen to. Whether you're a fan of Gent or not, might be the deciding factor there though. But give it a try at least. Even if you're not a fan of Gent, give this album at least one spin. Give it an hour of your time, and I promise you will not be disappointed. So that's the end of Periphery's third self-titled album. Jesus, 3. Guys, come up with new 8 names, seriously. God. What are your thoughts on the album? What are your thoughts on the band in general? Let me know in the comments below, and be sure to suggest more music for me to listen to in the future. Your name will actually pop up in the next video if you suggest something for me to listen to. Now, if you excuse me, I'm going to go figure out what the hell Emoji Man has to do with anything right now. So, I'll see you guys in a couple of weeks. In the meantime, don't forget to click subscribe for more videos in the future, and I'll see you guys in the mosh pit next time. Have a good night, everyone. Okay, time to figure out what the hell is going on. What if that sewer of a hobo was right about something? What if this album might have something to do with it? Okay, so there's 11 tracks. And there's 11 tracks in total. What's up with these names? These names are really all over the place. Could be in the names. Shit. Let me see. It's possible the names I might have to do something. Let me see. A price to pay. Motor mouth. It means fast talker. Marigold is a flower, and orange one of that. Repeated news. Remain indoors. Cross the line. Death. A family crest. What does that have to? What does that have to do with? Of course, the son was killed for rebelling against his father, and Absalom means peace. Of course, it all makes sense now. Now, okay, let's see. The catch fire to set ablaze. Pray for your sins. And loon is basically a term for half moon. Okay, the track order does not make sense. Wait a minute. They're numbers. 618-273-11-10-9-4. The track listing. It's not in chronological order. Okay, so we put them in order and... Wait a minute. This does look familiar. It might... I think it might have something to do with a prophecy. A fast talker of reproductive tendencies. It has crossed a line. He shall pray for his sins, for on the half moon there will be a price to pay. You shall not remain sheltered, for this globe will be of an orange flower as your land to set ablaze. You find this, a legacy born in peace will end in rebellion. Death is your final wish. Oh my god, I do know this. This is the legend of
Threat. Did you miss me?
Your Thrax?
Are you surprised? Well, thanks to you reading that scripture out loud like an idiot, you just set me free. I've been rotting in hell for 3 episodes now.
Well, technically it was 2 episodes, but...
Silence!
Okay, jeez, just don't kill me, okay?
I will not kill you, Tom. You freed me. You'll get to help me.
No, I can't let you destroy the world. What are you talking about?
Destroy it? You're kidding, right? This world is mine for the taking. And you get to see it with me.